We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.
All right, good morning. It's 8 minutes past 11. Welcome to the People's Perspective, where we get to dissect the pertinent issues from your perspective. My name is Ifunaya. I'm the only one in the studio at the moment, but Seun is with me via the phone lines, and we're going to be having conversations about what is trending, especially all throughout this week. So I'm going to get Seun in. Good morning, Seun. Can you hear me?
Hi, Ify. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
TPP.
TPP crew.
You all miss me in the studio, but
Of course not.
in my house.
In fact, let's even get.
We're in my house this morning.
You know what? That's a good way to get into the show today. So, Seun, let's just segue and jump into what's going on, because part of the topics that we're going to be touching on today is what's been trending as regards you and what happened in your neighborhood. And so today, you not being able to come to work sort of kind of is a part of it. So, Seun, in your own words, just tell us what happened from the very beginning. Clear the air. People don't seem to really understand what's going on. People have come up with different narratives saying Seun had a gun, and then they're saying Seun threatened certain people. So what really did happen? And then we're going to touch on what happened today at your house as well.
You are right. You know, if you listen to the news from them, you sit here and Seun went to some party to fight. Don't say that I was in my house, you know. I didn't go anywhere to meet anybody. I was in my house, you know, and they were the ones who threatened me. You know, they blocked our houses, kept us from going out. I mean, what if somebody in our own home was about to lose their life or something, and we're trying to rush them to the hospital to help? Nobody's talking about that. None of them were apologetic in the beginning. You know, they came out all lackadaisical. Still, actually, some of them were refusing to move their car.
Oh, wow.
You know, so now, after the issue is that I feel kind of weird that people can rush to the internet to tell such lies, you know, or rather have truth without saying the things that they need to aggravate the circumstance or the situation that we found ourselves. They blocked my gate, you know, refused to move their car. I was asking them to move the car. He was telling me, so if he moves his car from my gate, where will he park? As if I'm a parking attendant or a security guard. I think what we're doing is where you're going to park. Move your car out of here. Then they cool down for here.
Wow. So, Seun, I also want you to touch on the fact, because you had mentioned that you were being threatened.
Guard,
okay.
Because they go to the party, you know, they called it as security. Those who come carry big chest, what can they threaten us? For, you know, actually, they were in my house. You know, they came to meet me because I didn't go to the party. All this one I'm saying, I was still standing in front of my house.
Wow.
These bouncers came to meet me at my doorstep. So I pushed everybody. They leave my house. I don't want to talk to you people. You people are oppressors in waiting. You think nothing of me. You have no regard of me. Now that I'm signed up for myself, you want to start talking to me as people. Now you see me. No, I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. But you know Nigerian way. They want to now start playing victim. Let everybody think that they are good people. Oh, sorry, sir. Stop talking to me. Leave my house. You know? Now, the people that did party are begging me. But the bouncers, the security you got, they are making now, trying to fight us in the bush. There is nothing that happen here. They'll do this, they'll do that. You understand? And we actually fought them. We fought them and we beat them. And now, we can't even laugh. I can't even take it. Laugh about that. That bouncer, the one that threatened my life. I cut out all the mouth, all the nose. Because it's threatening my life. You understand? And the moment it's threatening my life, I have to do anything and everything. I have a 7-year-old kid. Yes. And in Nigeria, this Nigeria of today, there is no such thing as an empty threat. So anybody saying it's an empty threat, I hear you. You are the same people that will laugh when you hear that someone has been killed by some people. Or we are supposed to come down and hear words. You know, so I know that those people saying those things are my enemies. I don't care about my life or my well-being. You understand? My family and my friends that were there understood immediately that it was a grievous situation. And even the guy who knows the kind of gang that he takes in this Lagos. Go and look at the police statistics. in gang in Lagos. So how am I supposed to defend who is the gangster and who is not? I have to wait for him. I have to calm down for him to come and carry out his threat. Before me, I protect myself. Is that what people are saying? It's so cold and selfish, and I don't understand. So full of hate for you to say something about another human being trying to protect his own life. I didn't go to anybody's house to fight and look for trouble. They came to my house to intimidate me, oppress me. Upon that, they still threaten my life. So today, there are 30 policemen in front of my house.
So policemen came to your house. Do you know why they came to your house? Did they ask any questions? Did they give any reasons?
Well, the good thing is that to avoid shootouts, they brought warrants.
So they brought a warrant. So a warrant for what exactly?
I don't know. I didn't see it. I was at the station. You know, I was about to come to work.
Yeah.
So yes. I was on the island. So as soon as I heard my wife was at home, I immediately started heading back home. But upon getting here, they had left. But they arrested my security man. I don't know why.
They arrested your security man.
Go to the station to see what's going on. You know, why did they arrest?
And you don't know that, you don't, because you mentioned that they came with a warrant. So you don't know if it's a warrant to search your house, a warrant to arrest, but they just arrested your security guard.
Yeah, they arrested my security guard. I don't know if the warrant is for me neither. So whatever it is, I'm waiting for my lawyer to get here. So I'll go and meet them. You know, I'm not hiding. There's no hiding here.
Wow.
You know, and I heard my supervisor was saying to me that they were saying, people say that they'll be shoot out. Where is the shoot out? Imagine the Nigerian police trying to instigate violence in my house. Well, if they didn't bring warrants, we would have found out.
But what this whole conversation about a shootout, where did that come from? Was there any threat that was put out that there was going to be a shootout?
No, there was no threat. There was no threat. It was, I said, you know, in the day I was making my live about what happened, that nobody can come to my house to intimidate me or harass me and get away with it. That even if the federal government comes to my house and they don't bring the warrants, they will be shoot out.
Oh,
you know,
so that's what...
I actually meant penalty shootout, to be honest.
Penalty shootout. Oh my goodness, Seun, you're hilarious. But Seun, I want to know that, like, because you made mention, because you're a father and you're a husband, I want to know if your family is safe, because like you mentioned, these people came to your house and threatened you. Is your family safe? Is your daughter safe? Is your wife safe?
I'm keeping my family safe, you know. I'm keeping my family safe because we all know that the Nigerian security forces cannot keep anybody safe. The Nigerian security forces cannot even keep the first lady safe. The first lady has run away from Nigeria. Security. It's also wrong as a reason for leaving the country.
Terrible.
So anybody that is saying that I should take my own security for granted, when I don't have the Dubai to run to, when I don't have Nigerian money in my pocket to go and be spending in Dubai, the person must be having a wild dream. You know, and having a laugh while at it. You know?
Okay, just to touch back on, you know, what happened. Because right now, the police came to your house. You're still trying to figure out why they came. Have you gotten any information about anyone whatsoever pressing charges, especially people that, you know, you might have had issues with on that day where they came to threaten you? So do you know about any information?
I've not heard anything from anybody about them pressing charges. But even I want to instigate civil lawsuit against all the organizers of that party, all the sponsors of that party. I'm going to take all of them to court for threat to life, harassment, disturbing the peace, and illegal detention. Because by blocking my gate, it detained me illegally in my own house.
All right, Seun, I remember during one of your live sessions, a video that you put up on social media when you were, you know, explaining your own side and what happened. You had mentioned the elites, so to speak, coming over, especially to specific parts of the mainland to invest in like hotels, which causes discomfort to members of the neighborhood. As regards this particular party, was this party organized by any of those hotels? Was it by any of the elite?
Definitely. I mean, it wasn't my neighbors throwing a party, as I said. My neighbors have been living here for 11 years.
Wow.
You know, maybe people don't understand that fact. 11 years. You can go and ask anybody if I've ever been in a party with anybody. I've been here for 11 years, my sister. You understand? These people are not even living here. They just rented a building, you know, and turned it to a short-let apartment. You know, so they don't even live here. So they now left their own house to come and throw the party here and say that they are, they invested in my street. And they use their investment to inconvenience everybody while they go to their own houses in peace and to sleep. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I had to park my car in the middle of the road. Not park properly, I had to park in the middle of the road because there was nowhere to go. Wow. And I left my car just to come and sleep. My neighbor was trying to travel in the morning. She was not going to wake me at 6. I was trying looking for the people that owned the car that blocked the road and stopped me from getting to the house. My neighbor, she was so busy, she deflated the 4 tires of all the cars that was there. You understand? So that's what I've been going through on this street by these people. And because one of the hotel owners is the APC chief now, they say they can get away with anything that they want on this street.
Wow.
But not with me. It can't happen anymore. We are done. We are resisting. We will not agree for anybody with the oppression spirit to come to our neighborhood and oppress us. Whether they are APC or anything, whatever they are, whatever link they have, whatever leg they have, we are the people. We don't have anybody, but we have ourselves.
All right, Seun. Well, thank you so much, for clearing the air and for giving us more information as regards what happened. We're hoping that you would keep updating us on, what's going on, especially now that...
Yeah, no problem. I'm back in my house. Yes. Anybody that's listening, all of them, when they come find me, I don't hide. I don't sleep out. I wasn't running from you. Please come back. I'm home now.
Please come back. All right, Seun. Let's just quickly touch on this next story, and then I'll let you go so that you can go sort out, what's going on. Let's quickly talk about the abducted boys who have been released. You know that last Friday, we did hear that the government science secondary school in Kankara in Katsina State was attacked by some quote-unquote bandits. We did see the Governor Aminu Masari, actually speaking on that and confirming that indeed over 300 boys were abducted. We got conflicting views as regards what happened. On one hand, we did hear that it was Boko Haram because Boko Haram actually came out with a video to claim that they were responsible for the abduction. But then the governor of Katsina, Aminu Masari, actually came out again and then said that it was bandits and not Boko Haram. Boko Haram took it a step further, releasing a video. We did see a video with the boys actually putting out information and begging the government to withdraw the military personnel that they had sent out to look for them or to attack the Boko Haram members. And they also even made some more demands, saying things like that they should dissolve any kind of school, excluding Islamia, and the list goes on and on and on. And then last night we got a confirmation that these boys had been released. We did hear that Mieti Allah helped in mediating or negotiating with the bandits that led to the release of these boys. The governor also did say that there was no ransom whatsoever. So right now, there are mixed feelings out there because the people were demanding for the release of these boys. But now we've gotten the boys released, but then people are wondering how quickly or how easily it was for the boys to be released, because taking a look at the government's history, or should I say failed history, of being able to rescue victims of abduction, especially in the northeast of this country, we've seen that the government has not been so successful in doing that. Till today, there are some girls that are still missing, talking about the Chibok girls and also the Dapchi girls as well. And now seeing that the boys were released almost immediately, all thanks to Mieti Allah mediating, on behalf of the government with these bandits, so to speak, people are so confused. And so on social media and other platforms, they're happy that the boys are back, but then they're wondering, could this be true? Is this realistic? Are these red flags that we are seeing, the fact that the government had to call upon Mieti Allah that we've seen in the past, people, claiming that they have been responsible for certain deaths, talking about the Fulani herdsmen and massacres over cattle. So we've seen, criminal elements being attached to this group, Mieti Allah, and then they're being used by the government as mediators for, bandits and Boko Haram. So Seun, what are your thoughts about this right now? The fact that these boys happen to have been released almost immediately, and Mieti Allah is said to be responsible for the release of these boys.
one thing we should not do is, if we are happy that the boys are released, then that makes me think a good job to negotiate their release. I don't want to criminalize the organization because they were able to liaise with the terrorists. You know, in every society, there are those that have one leg in society and one leg in the underworld. You understand? Every society needs such organization. You know, it's good that we now know that the APN has links to Boko Haram.
Okay.
It's good that we know that. But my own issue here, what is most pertinent, is that the government said there were only 10 boys abducted.
That's true.
So the additional came out to say there were only 10 people abducted. And now 344 people are
44, yes.
When will Femi Adesina come and apologize to Nigeria? Is the life and insolence of this man, when will it be enough for Nigeria? When will we say this man has a respect for us when he opens his mouth to speak? Because for me, that is the real issue here. It's that kidnapping boys, kidnapping girls. We all know what is going on in Northeast and Northwest Nigeria is nothing but land grab. It's nothing but the rich people of this country using their armed thugs. Because only one group of Nigerians can afford arms and ammunition. And that is the Nigerian rich. Poor people in Nigeria cannot afford this violence that is going on in the north. So these people are chasing poor people away from their ancestral homes. There are over 2 million internally displaced persons in Nigeria. All those persons came from one village or the other, one land or the other, that belongs to them and their family. That is now being claimed as no man's land. What do you think is going to happen after Boko Haram is done, or when they close this chapter of their game they are playing with our lives? Do you think that people will be able to go back to those lands and claim it? I'll tell you a story I heard about when Boko Haram just started in 2010.
Okay.
There was a doctor, and people were a doctor. I'm not going to say his name.
Okay.
You know, from the United States, that have been carrying out an investigation about all these things. He now told me a story about one Nigerians to hear today now. That do I know that many of the farmers that Mugabe chased from Zimbabwe came to Nigeria?
Wow.
I said, I don't know. He said, yes. Many of them came to Nigeria and they are saying they were in Kwara State, that Bukola Saraki gave them refuge in Kwara State, while they opened up land for them to start their farming in the north. To reclaim the farms that they had lost in Zimbabwe.
Wow.
They were going to, like, you know, start, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Start relocating the farmers to the northwest. Yeah, relocating. That's the word the man used for me. So I said, and that is what is happening, that our people are trying to chase our own people out for foreigner interest. He said, yes, he said, Seun, you know that the easiest way to reach a poor man, leave anything he's doing and move out of that area, is that you stop his children from going to school. He said, if poor people cannot educate their children, they leave the area. That's why Boko Haram attacks education. Because they know that poor northerners own the education of their children. Of the poor, you know, to want their children to go to school. Poor people want their children because they believe that by their children going to school, they can afford it. It's the best way for them to leave the poverty that they are stuck in. Even if it's not true, but they don't know anything. So there are many angles to this Boko Haram thing that is happening to us in Nigeria. But the main thing that me I'm saying about Boko Haram is that Nigerian people, we the people cannot afford Boko Haram. So honestly speaking, Boko Haram is in the hands of those that can afford it. And until we begin to investigate those people, they can use Boko Haram. Boko Haram is a political. I say Boko Haram is not a people's organization. I always say some things to myself. I say, when you wake up, if you are sleeping in your house in the night, and you hear a knock on your door, boom, 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 Nigerian police, boom, 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 Nigerian army, boom, 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 Boko Haram. It is the same feeling you have as a citizen of this country. So, how come the people that are fighting the government of Nigeria? They're giving people the same kind of fear that the government of Nigeria puts in their heart. Fighting the government of Nigeria, the people of Nigeria must love you. So why is that Boko Haram is fighting the people of Nigeria and mine that is fighting the government of Nigeria? I know that the questions we need to ask ourselves now.
Very pertinent.
Boko Haram, for example, now. You understand what I'm saying? Boko Haram, for example, right? Is the what I'm looking for? Boko Haram is killing innocent Nigerian people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Nigerian government too has been killing innocent Nigerian people. Boko Haram is telling us that they want Nigerian government to change. They want Nigerian government to adjust their demands. But to make that happen, they are killing the same poor Nigerian people that the Nigerian government has been killing. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? You want the government to change, but you see you are killing the same poor people that the government is killing. I feel like Nigerian government and Boko Haram are one. Nobody can tell me anything.
Wow.
They are one.
All right.
And I know that they are one because of the enemy of Boko Haram. Boko Haram says that the enemy is the government. Right? But Boko Haram continues to attack the poor of this country. Just the way the government of this country attacks the poor people of this country.
Wow. All right, Seun. Just to go back to what the governor had said, Governor Aminu Masari. Do you know, can you think of any possible reason why the governor doesn't want to accept that the people that are responsible for the abduction are the Boko Haram members? Because it seems like for some reason he's hell-bent on it's just bandits and not Boko Haram. Even if Boko Haram claimed that they were responsible, but the governor kept coming out to say that it was bandits and not Boko Haram responsible for this abduction.
Yeah, well, Boko Haram came out to kill the abduction. Then they say it's bandits. In Nigeria, all these words mean one thing. Government oppression. Elite oppression. Boko Haram, even armed robbers. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you do not know, let me tell you today. Majority of the armed robbery that happens in this our country is by political thugs. People armed by our... I think, like, we either want to face the music as Nigerian people and say enough is enough, we not do it again. We want to change this country and we continue to hide our head in the sand and make excuses for our oppressors. We all know that the biggest employer of thugs in Nigeria are our politicians. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows this fact.
Okay, Seun, we should be wrapping this up soon because I would like for you to just go and attend to the pressing needs at the moment. But thank you so much for at least giving us time, in the midst of all that's going on
there's
in
no
your
problem.
house.
There's no problem. I did my house. I didn't wait for anybody waiting to find me.
All right, Seun. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for being able to hop on this call with me. All right, guys, this is the... should I say summarized version of the people's perspective. As you know, Seun at the moment has to go and attend to other things. But if you'd like to quickly comment on the conversation that I just had with Seun, if you'd like to put out your opinions as regards what's really going on in Nigeria currently, regarding what happened with Seun in his house, and also regarding the 344 boys that have been returned to Katsina State, please feel free to join the conversation. 0809-234-5913, 0809-222-0913. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. Who's speaking?
Hi, good morning.
Sorry, good morning. I don't know for some reason. It seems like it's afternoon.
Yeah, Adam on the line.
All right, let's hear you, please.
My own take in this issue, my sister, I think Boko Haram and Nigerian government are one. Yes, that's one. If we watch out, this Abu Bakr Shekau is always against the government. He's always trying to government feel so sad, feel so unhappy, it's always from himself. That's why he came out and claimed this boy. And look at it now. It's not the one that abducted this boy, but claimed to make Nigeria so sad, so bitter over him. He never said anything that is good in this country at all. I've listened to his statements several times. Shekau is always trying to make us feel bad, make all of us unhappy. So for me right now, the boys, they are very released. Thank God for that. And to move on from here. And the military, let them go all out after this bandit. Should not keep quiet and should not make this issue die and move on just like that.
All right, thank you very much for your take. Good morning. Who's speaking, please? Hello?
Hello.
Good morning. Who's speaking?
You have
Paul, that's very noisy. Give us a call back, please. Lagos Talks. Good morning. Who's speaking?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Please turn off your radio.
Okay, it's off.
All right, what's your name?
My name is Francis Ify. Good afternoon.
Good morning, Francis. All right, let's hear you quickly.
Oh my God, you caught me there. The sun is so high.
I can imagine.
TPP.
TPP.
Alright. You and Seun, you are the bomb.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are the blast.
Thank
Wonderful.
you. Yeah.
Sincerely speaking, I reset my head every weekend with you and Seun on board. Online.
That's amazing.
He says nothing but just the fact. Let's forget about truth. It's a fact. You see, the way things happen in this country, maybe they think we don't have sense. Or they just say it and laugh over bottles of beer. I don't know how they think. And the world is watching us.
Indeed. And
they are saying, what manner of people are these? What Seun said, man, is true. How can Boko Haram say they want a change in governance or they are fighting the leaders and it is the formalities you are kidnapping and killing and torturing? Don't you know their houses? Don't you know how they move? Sincerely, our leaders are in there. And until they make up their mind, you see, this man that called for mass protest, that he's marching to governor's office and began to call on Nigerian musicians and everybody from the south to join the movement, they got afraid. Why are they afraid? That it will be another answer that cannot be stopped. Let me tell you, the most volatile part of Nigeria is the north. If the northern youth had joined NSAS, not be waiting with the talk so, they will feel it more than, you see, we Southerners, we are Christians, we are not prone to violence. These people, they are ready to die for a cause, and their religion supports dying for the truth and a good cause. If the northern youth can join with the southern youth, Nigeria will change. God bless you, man.
Amen. Thank you. You too. Lagos Talks. Good morning. Who's speaking? All right, Paul, let's hear you, please.
Well, to me, everything sounds like a heart. You say you have 334 or 344.
344, yes.
You give them for the 28. Tell nobody affair, but see, wherever they get them. You see, my transgression now, the governor of that day tonight had been Boko Haram there and say no. I don't know why government is treating them with this group. Look, let me tell you. If Buhari is empowered by Boko Haram, he will never, ever declare them as terrorists and can bet that. How can you be telling me bandits? We have been calling the government to declare these people terrorists. Everything is like water pouring in the back of the dog.
is that people are celebrating. These boys are being released. To me, if they demand it, I will say that because the government program have already told me that they spend. Who am I going to believe? What am I celebrating? The whole guy say, now who is lying? I want him to talk again and buy lie Mohammed. To refute that. Oh, this is not there for it's not there. They have not kept silent. The last 5 years, everything about this government, you can never get clear picture of anything. I think like, people have been released. Okay, they are released. What is the educational thing now? Are they going to go back to do? Are they going to back from two?
All right, so thank you very much. Lagos Talks. Good morning, who's speaking?
Good morning.
Good morning, who's speaking, please?
My name is Patrick.
Patrick, welcome. All right, let's hear you quickly.
I don't have much to say. And what I want to tell those that are calling the northern youth to join up for whatever they are doing or they want to do or they have started doing, they will regret their lives. The northerners have never joined them. They are the ones crying that Boko Haram is killing and doing everything. Akira Bombili, who push again. Let me tell them. They are the ones causing trouble in this country. All these people that talk with their mouths wide open, they don't know what they're doing.
All right, Lagos Talks, good morning. Lagos Talks, good morning, who's speaking?
We have Ogundayo Falai on the line.
All right, Falai, let's hear you.
I hope he's safe, sir.
Oh, yeah, he is. He's safe.
Yeah, you see, I'm happy. At least they have already released the students. Because, but what I'm not wondering is that if this Bluetooth or Wi-Fi or send that they to for the students, how can you students talk for around?
We can barely hear you. Please give us a call back. Lagos Talks, good morning.
Good morning, Missy.
Good morning. Who's speaking?
Good morning. Nah, we got to talk. I understand now.
Very well, thank you. All right, let's hear you quickly.
Wait, in the consider today. Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Carry on. Let's get your take, Kebuka.
Okay. Honestly, Nigeria, Wahala and everything. You see, just like the threat they are giving to Seun, we have so many insurgencies in the land, so many people, doing this bad thing and there and there. This government never goes to get them. Even when they themselves shoot gun in the air, they will use some of the laws to go and to back themselves up. But when the citizens, that's why they I don't know, because common man on the street, I don't see the reason why you are being elected to the office to protect common man in the city, but yes, you are protecting the common man, oppressing here and there. So, well, at the end of the day, this government, when I go come out, now the thing go see the talk, when I go see come out, because nothing lasts forever. You see, I hear you.
Ebuka, do you have a code?
Code?
What
kind of code?
Say what type of code? Your voice sounds like you have a code. Do you have a code? Like, do you have cough, catarrh?
Yes.
So you have a code. You are still you called. Yesterday, I noticed that you had a code, and you called. Won't you rest? You don't want to rest.
Business. So that's how I'm so protected about this thing they're trying to put on the national discipline in our line. If they put us off, I want to communicate to the customer and call everyone.
Oh yeah, sorry. Bye-bye. Lagos Talks. Good morning. Who's speaking, please? Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Oh, we can barely hear you. If you want to send a WhatsApp message, please send it to 0809 234 5913. You can also call that line, and you can also call 0809 222 0913, 01 515 0913, 01 515 1913. Lagos Talks, good morning. Who's speaking?
Ify, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
I am Gambaba.
Jambaba, welcome.
Thank you. Let me start from what happened to my good brother, Seun.
Okay.
I love the guy so much. I was on top of the world when I met him when we were protesting in front of Governor House at the Lausa. He's an awesome guy. He carried a kind of cross that I carry.
and I know it's not going to be easy for him. And knowing him, he's not going to give up, whether he like it or not. But my advice to Mr. Seun is that on this issue that happened in his house, I advise he talk less and allows the legal team, his own legal team, to do the main job.
Okay.
Because this country, I make a no lie for you, they don't arrest me time without number.
Wow.
Nigerian government can use any way to nail you down.
Wow.
Very soon now, don't be surprised. Because they carry cross, when they say in the fight for the poor people, where the elite no like, they think tonight with these people now use my guess them. Because I watch his video, that's why I say he should talk less and allow his legal team to do the main job for him.
Of course.
But as it is, what he's saying about liberation or whatever, I support him 100%. Facebook, Twitter, everywhere I follow him. I call him my own brother from another mother. And I advise all other celebrities, Nigerian youth, to, follow Seun's footsteps. Because as it is now, everybody that call into your studio are angry.
True.
If you meet Nigerians today that you don't know from anywhere, before you know, I don't be friends, I don't be gist about what is going on in this country.
Exactly, that's very true.
Yes, so we should unite and fight this vagabonds in power. These people, they don't care about us. So. Thank you, Ify.
This is from Temitumi saying, whatever happened with those boys, it's just a stage play by the government. This is coming from Shagun saying, Seun is not a preacher of love. He's the fight, he's the war, he's an Indaboski boss. This is from Sambidemi on Twitter saying, the fact is that your life was threatened and you reacted as any sane person who wants to stay alive would react. This is coming from Pat Cool saying, Ify, for me, I think Nigeria is a scam. How can the government be telling us another thing and the Boko Haram is telling us another thing? Ify, we are all tired of the numerous lies in this country. In fact, I'm confused. This is... okay. Lagos Talks. Please turn off your radio.
Hey, Ify.
Good morning.
Good morning. Finally, I got you.
Yes.
It's the pity that we don't have Seun for 1 hour, but
Yes.
I heard him. This is Adeyemi from Kota.
All right,
And
Adeyemi.
for me, you can remember yesterday I was ranting,
Yes.
and I actually expressed my doubt about the whole story, surrounding this whole kidnapping thing, and I was saying they should return our kids. Is in my mind, if you listen to Adeyemi, between Adeyemi Ikuno and Seun, we have the answer. There is no way that all these things, the scenarios that they painted could have occurred. Somebody has planned this thing. And the picture that is Boko Haram released did not even reflect those boys' faces that have been released. And there is no way they could have trekked for that distance from, you are talking about from one state, in Katsina,
Yes.
to Zamfara,
Zamfara, yes.
which is about 60 kilometers away through the bush and 85 kilometers away through the main road. They must have traveled by some kind of vehicle, and nobody is saying that. Kidnapping has become what you call a business in the northern part of Nigeria, perpetrated by those same people who are said to have been, helping to negotiate. So while they are negotiating, Seun made that profound statement that those people, they are part, they mean that they are related to the Boko Haram, which means that we know who the terrorists are in our country. If the government cannot solve this issue, then it's going to lead to a bomb. Minority cannot lead majority in any country. These are minority people, and if they don't follow the constitution, the law of our nation, and they want to enslave the rest of the people, it is going to blow up on their own faces. So let them palm. They should palm and relax and slow down. Otherwise, this thing is going to boomerang, and this is what I see. Thank God the children are back. Let them give them COVID tests and the medical treatment so that they can be, they can be taken back to their families. So that is what I see today. So we're behind Seun. He should not be touched. If anyone who touches Seun touches every one of us. They need to know that.
All right, Ademi, thank you very much for your take. It's 11:48. This is where we wrap up the People's Perspective for today. Thank you so much, everyone who has been a part of the show. Thanks for your support. Thanks for just constantly ensuring that from 11 a.m. Fridays, you're always here tuned in, joining the conversation via the different platforms. We really do appreciate it. And we'll be giving you an update on what's going on with Seun. Best believe that you'll be getting the update exclusively, well, for most of all, right here on The People's Perspective on Lagos Talks 91.3. It's still the midday show with me, and I have great content to share with you. It's a beautiful Friday. And there's so much that you can be a part of. At 12:30, I'm going to be having a guest in the studio, Banke Shotomi. We're going to continue on a journey about purpose. And it is the end of the year. This is the time for all of us to reflect, to figure out what our 2021 would be like. You can actually control the outcome of your 2021. And the reason why I say this is because in as much as we all had a joint experience in 2020, the outcome was different for people. If you've been having conversations with people, they say, you know what? Honestly speaking, my 2020 was a blast, aside from the pandemic, aside from COVID-19, aside from the lockdown. So people have had different experiences, even in 2020, with all the wahala that it brought. And so just looking at 2021, there's a whole lot that you can control. So we're going to be talking about purpose and how you can design, whatever vision it is or whatever path it is towards purpose come 2021. And Banka is going to be joining me 12:30, 1 p.m. your favorite talk show with your favorite ladies called The Dish, to ensure that you don't miss out on anything that we're doing here today. My name is Ifunaya. It's still the midday show. Stick around.
We are Lagos Talks 91.3.
Let's talk.